What's up, boys and girls? Today we're talking barefoot shoes and which one is right for you. I would highly recommend any of you, if you maybe just starting to look for one or you've had some before, just going to give my feedback on a couple of pairs that I've had at some drastically different price points, and maybe that can help you make a decision on the right one for you, or just give you an idea as to kind of what to expect out of each one. So kind of a little try before you buy. All right. So we're going to start with our $50 Saguaro Vitality 3. Okay. Now, I've had these for probably a month now, and I do have to say that I really love these shoes. One of the great things about them is absolutely very comfortable. It does have like almost like a water shoe type feel to the upper, which also gives it a little bit of stretch, making it much more comfortable. I don't know if you see here, the lacing is actually just like bungee, like you can pull it tight. So overall, this shoe is super comfortable. It does offer a little bit more on the tread aspect. So if you were maybe going a little more for the trail or outdoors, this could be a really nice one for you, just because it is protective. Or the one thing I thought about right away when I got the shoe is like, man, this would be awesome for cliff jumping, because where I'm from out here, we got some really awesome spots to go cliff jumping, and this is like exactly the shoe you would wear. If you are looking for one to wear in the gym, this one would absolutely work, except for maybe in a couple instances, which I will get to. But for $50, I think this is an absolutely amazing investment if you're just getting into barefoot shoes. Maybe you're not looking for it to perform super high, but you do want to be able to kind of take it anywhere and use it for multiple different purposes, get it wet. I think you could definitely get this thing wet with socks, without socks. I've worn it both ways, really like it. Do like the tread on the bottom, do like the comfort aspect, and everything with that so far. Now, as far as downsides to this thing, I would say that with that kind of water shoey material that's going on, and the lacing, how the lacing is stretchy in a way, you just aren't gonna quite get as tight of a fit as you want. If you're looking for a really high performing, something that you could be cutting back and forth, sprinting left to right in all the time. So that is definitely not this shoe. But as far as comfort goes, like, it's 100% great, really nice. And again, with kind of what I use it for, maybe you wouldn't use it like this, but just I like to do martial arts. I do some kickboxing. I kick the bag, and with this cinch right here, it's obviously right on the top of my foot, and when I kick the bag, I kick it. So that's uncomfortable. But other than that, like, I would have to say I absolutely love what this shoe is about. I think it's about comfort, versatility, being able to use it in the outdoors, wet, dry, maybe hiking around a little bit, but just a great way to enter into the barefoot shoe. Like, if you're just getting started into a barefoot shoe and you're not feeling like you want to spend $150, maybe you're not as dynamic, or you're not super dynamic with, say, your workouts or your activity, just like a leisurely walk or something like that, this would be a really nice shoe to have. Really comfortable, really fun, easy to slide on and off, good protection on the sole, as well as when you're walking outdoors and other things. So, and now we're going to move on to the Vivo Barefoot Primus. This was the first barefoot shoe that I ever bought, and just spoiler alert, I don't think I can go away from this. The reason that I bought the Saguaros was I was curious. I said to myself, hey, do I really want to pay? There, it was 175 the first time I bought them. The price has come down a little bit, which is cool. Um, but the first time I bought these, I was like, am I ready to make that kind of investment? Are they going to be good? I didn't know, but I went with the old you get what you pay for kind of thing and pulled the trigger because I'm in the gym every day and I wanted something that was going to perform really highly for me. And there is nothing that this shoe can't do in the gym. It is perfect for lifting in. If you want that barefoot feel, the sole is it's thin. So keep that in mind. You can see how worn this one is. I've even got a little bit of a hole going on there, and that adds to the story. Even before I wanted to buy another pair of these, I wanted to try out another pair and see if it was comparable, if it could do the same thing, because why wouldn't I want to save $100? But I'm realizing now that the price point on this shoe is absolutely worth what you're getting as far as materials and capabilities. So another thing, like with this one here, we have a nice tight mesh, making it very breathable, very comfortable, but also it's not super stretchy. So when you tighten this shoe down, it feels snug. It is clung to your foot. So if you are doing really dynamic movements, any kind of sprinting or cutting back and forth, this shoe will perform. It will hold on. It's not going to slide under your feet with the ability to lace it up really tight. In comparison to the Saguaro that I just mentioned with the bungee lacing, just by the nature of the lace, it's not going to be able to hold your foot as snugly and as tight. This one is going to hold around your arch beautifully. It gives you that amazing toe box width, making you can spread your feet out really nice. And I gotta say, the fit is incredible. And don't let the hole be I don't see this hole as a negative, because I've absolutely gone hard in these shoes. I do a lot of kickboxing, like I mentioned earlier, hitting the bag on the floor. So I wear these shoes because it's not like on a mat or anything. And I've had these shoes for 2 years. I go to the gym probably 4 to 5 times a week. I've worn them. I wear these out and about, just running around with my kids, because they are so comfortable and fun, and they just feel like you're wearing nothing. It's amazing. So the performance of this shoe, and over time, like now with trying another brand, I totally see how this shoe, I'm absolutely raving about this right now, is worth the $150. And if you're looking for something high performing, something that you are going to work in the gym a lot, something maybe you like to run with the Barefoot shoe, I would throw this guy in there. If you are doing just straight road work with these, I would say you're probably going to run a hole in them a little bit sooner than that. I'm not 100% sure, but again, this is 2 years of everyday, doing very dynamic, very quick movements, and they held up. And honestly, I'm still using these with the hole in them. I can't even notice the difference. I got a new pair I'm ordering. Another cool thing to note with these is on their website, you can return your busted ones and they'll give you 20% off new ones. So kind of a no-brainer there. But so now that I've raved on and on about this thing, maybe the only downfall, I guess I did mention that if you were just doing straight hard miles on this, maybe running on the sidewalk or something, you're probably going to experience wear. And I just don't know if I would recommend that, doing long runs in barefoot shoes, unless you're running on grass or something like that, which I would highly recommend. But if you're hitting the trail in this, the sole is very thin. Like, I would not recommend hiking in this shoe. You're gonna feel all the rocks underneath. You feel everything with this shoe, and that is the idea. It feels like you're barefoot. So keep that in mind. Don't expect the same kind of protection as you're gonna get from, look at this, a little bit more of a rugged texture. This one here, much smoother. The hexagonal, it's still pretty flat. Gives you nice pivoting ability. as well as cutting back and forth, moving on those flatter surfaces, on hardwood, stuff like that. But wouldn't take this thing on a hiking trail or with rocks or sharp rocks, that kind of thing. Even though it holds onto your foot amazingly well. There's no slide around in this shoe. It's super snug, super tight, and feels great. Yeah, so I suppose we can count the wear as a downfall, but in my opinion, after the way that I've used these shoes, I see that as only a badge of honor that they have lasted this long, and that I'm super happy with them. So I'm got another pair on the way. Vivo, Barefoot, sponsor me. I'll talk about your shoes all the time because I think they're an amazing product. Love the tightness, love how they feel, love what I'm able to do with them. And again, super comfortable, versatile, and just a great shoe. So if I was going to rate these on a scale of 1 to 10, just out of just weighing the pros and cons, the negatives and positives, I would give this shoe right here probably a solid 6 or 7. Just again, a little bit of more of a water shoe feel, has kind of a little bit looser, slidey around, and with me like doing dynamic movements, it's just a little too loose for those scenarios, but it is great for just walking around, great for wear, leisure, light activity, walking on trails, walking on gravel. You can do that with this guy, no problem. And if you're not going crazy like kickboxing like me, you can probably get away with just having this one in the gym, and it's going to do everything you need for you and give you that the benefit of using barefoot shoes. This Primus right here, I gotta give this thing a solid 8.5. Honestly, I'm not quite sure what they could do better with this shoe. I don't know, maybe, yeah, I don't know. I think this shoe is insanely well built, and it is perfect for my needs especially. Again, it's all about what you're needing, what your lifestyle is like, and for what I needed, which was a high-performing shoe in the gym, day in and day out, felt like I'm wearing nothing, with the ability to cut and move and be super dynamic. Incredible. A work of art. 8.5 or 9, just because I don't know the ceiling. I'm gonna leave some room. Maybe I'll do another one of these, but either way, guys, I would definitely recommend trying out one of these shoes. I know you won't regret it, and welcome to the barefoot world. All right, have a good one, guys.